Our top story tonight on Gravitas is about Israel and Iran and their toxic covert spy wars. You see, after years of fighting a war in the shadows, the conflict between Israel and Iran is out in the open. All eyes are on Israel as the world waits to see what its next move will actually be. Will Israel strike Iran? How will Iran retaliate once that strike occurs? Could this conflict spark World War III? All this speculation is based on observable events. But what's overlooked in a way is that this conflict runs much deeper than what you may have read or seen on TV or what you might be thinking. Tonight on Gravitas, we will explore just how deep this runs. From cryptocurrency exchanges to espionage operations, here's how Israel and Iran have been waging a hidden war beyond the naked eye in the shadows. The Israeli police and the Shin Bet domestic intelligence agency say they have arrested a network of Israeli citizens for allegedly spying for Iran. You are hearing that correctly. They say that Israelis have been paid hundreds of thousands of pounds in cryptocurrency by Iran to take photographs of sensitive Israeli military sites and collect information on them. In fact, the investigators reportedly claimed the network had been active for about 2 years. According to reports in the Israeli press, the suspects are accused of photographing and collecting information about Israeli bases and facilities, including the defense headquarters in Tel Aviv, known as the Kiryat, and the Nevatim and Ramat David air bases. Now, here's the kicker. The Nevatim air base, targeted this month by the Iranian ballistic missiles, remember, and the Golani training base, where 4 soldiers died due to a Hezbollah drone strike, were all surveyed by supposed Iranian spies. Now, the Israeli authorities have arrested 7 Jewish citizens from the northern city of Haifa. The arrested include an army deserter and 2 minors. All were arrested after an investigation by Shin Bet, that is Israel's domestic intelligence agency. Reports describe the individuals arrested as Jewish immigrants from Azerbaijan. According to a statement released on Monday, the 7 Israeli citizens were arrested for gathering sensitive information on Israel Defense Forces bases and energy infrastructure. According to Israeli newspaper Haaretz, the suspects allegedly received hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash transfers from Russian intermediaries as well as in cryptocurrencies. 3 of the suspects were apprehended while allegedly photographing sensitive sites in southern Israel. The Israeli police also reportedly discovered dozens of documents in their possession. Israeli investigations revealed that over a period of more than 2 years, the suspects executed multiple security missions under the direction of 2 Iranian intelligence agents known as Al-Khan and Orkhan. Al-Khan and Orkhan. The network essentially conducted extensive reconnaissance missions on IDF bases nationwide, focusing on Air Force and Navy installation ports, Iron Dome system locations, energy infrastructure, such as the Hadera power plant. Now, these arrests highlight the escalating spy war in West Asia at a time when Israel is preparing to respond to Iran's salvo of ballistic missiles. On Friday, top-secret U.S. documents containing details of Israeli military drills rehearsing retaliatory strikes were leaked to pro-Iranian social media. This was the most serious breach of security yet. According to investigators in Israel, Iran appears to have recruited dozens of agents by preying upon the homeless, drug addicts, and criminals. This is one of the most serious security cases investigated in recent years. News of the alleged network of Iran-recruited spies follows the arrest of an Israeli businessman accused of spying for Iran in September, remember. According to the allegations against him, he had traveled twice to Iran to discuss the possibility of assassinating Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israeli Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant. In fact, the head of the Israeli domestic intelligence agency, Ronen Bar, was also on the cards, reportedly. Israeli prosecutors say that Iran has hired spies for hire by offering vast sums of cash to ones that can be traitors in their own country. And in doing so, according to a report in The Times, Iran appears to have taken a leaf from Mossad's playbook. Mossad, as you know, is Israel's foreign intelligence agency. The agency is in fact infamous for carrying out covert operations against Iran. Remember, famous Mossad operations in Iran include the execution of an Iranian nuclear scientist using a remote-controlled machine gun. Mossad was also reportedly behind the infection of Iran's nuclear computer network with malware. The Israeli spy agency is also said to be behind the assassination early this year of Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas. His safe house in Tehran was found to have been booby-trapped with explosives. You see, whereas in the past Mossad has recruited Iranians to gather information about the Iranian regime, now latest developments suggesting that Iran is using Mossad's strategy to do the same. So extensive is Israeli espionage in Iran reportedly that Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, who is the former Iranian president, has complained this month that the country's head of counterintelligence, the agency responsible for rooting out spies, was at one stage found to be a Mossad double agent. Imagine that. Sure, Iran regularly executes suspected traitors, but in recent weeks, the apparent ease with which Israel has been able to allegedly assassinate the Hezbollah leader, Hassan Nasrallah, has led to suspicion of betrayal in Tehran. Just take the example of Ismail Qani. He is the head of the Quds Force. It is the overseas wing of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC. He disappeared for 3 weeks, leading to rumors that he had been summoned for questioning on suspicion of being a double agent. And then last week, the Iranian spy master eventually surfaced at the funeral of a senior commander, wiping away tears in front of the cameras. In fact, Tehran also denied the reports that Qani was a Mossad spy. Which brings us to today, the latest arrests of alleged Iranian spies in Israel, suggesting that Israel's well-developed intelligence operations targeting Iran, Gaza, Hezbollah have not been a one-way street. Iran and its proxies are reportedly also running similar operations in Israel. While the information we have now may be surprising, one can only wonder about the additional details that remain undisclosed. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.